Hey guys, George here. I'll leave my picture where it is because we're gonna have a little short video, a follow up to the sleaze video. What I want to do in part two is talk about, or actually do a little read along about the illegal sleaze. There's legal sleaze apparently, and illegal sleaze. Go figure. And we'll spell sleaze now with double E's. And before I get there, let's take a look at a couple of comments that I got in the previous video. So Casual Calgary 8278, that was the fellow that adjudicated or observed slash adjudicated my first video with Vaseline with Stu. And I would say he's pretty good with the rule book. Casual Calgary. I don't know his real name, but I bid him good health, good luck, wherever he may be, whether he's in Calgary or Red Deer. Or shout out to Calgary and Alberta. Now, first comment, and that's really correcting me. To abandon an armored fighting vehicle, the vehicle cannot have moved during that turn. Thanks for reminding. And when you have a K result on the leader, he does not have to take the associated morale check, just has to take a wound check. Now that we clarified that up, let's take a look at the illegal sleaze read-along. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. And I think I'm going to also join the link to this article. That's what I wanted to do. Also look at the Facebook comments. So illegal sleaze wannabes. These sleaze wannabes are illegal. So we'll keep spelling sleaze with E and an A. While sleaze is legal, these rule violations are not. Half-track Gingin Tiger violation. Driving a half-track or weak main armament tracked AFV into a hex with an enemy armored fighting vehicle and then rolling for maximum allowed excessive speed breakdown once in the hex, hoping to fail excessive speed breakdown and immobilizing that hex, thereby disallowing the enemy armored fighting vehicle to fire outside its hex. Illegal by Q&A Delta 2.6 in the last line after 5, add using a non-depletable ammo type available to the vehicle. A vehicle thus barred from remaining in an AFV's hex may not attempt excessive speed breakdown in that hex, 93B. The CX ruse violation. The CX ruse of declaring CX and then deliberately halting movement before expending all bonus MFs, thereby avoiding the DFF the defender was holding for use against the attacker in the final location. Illegal by Q&A Alpha 8.11. If a defender declines to use defensive first fire versus a unit after it moves into a certain hex and the attacker subsequently announces that he had finished moving that unit, can the defender then change his mind and use defensive first fire before another unit has physically moved? Yes. 89. Shot while attempting escape violation. The act of abandoning prisoners, then gunning them down to unburden oneself of the prisoners without incurring no quarter. Illegal by Alpha 20.52. An abandoned prisoner, subsequently eliminated by the side that abandoned it, causes the no quarter rule to take immediate effect. Oh well, I didn't know that. Now I thought I heard or read a comment to that effect by Charles Hammond on the ASL board. Fire lane Yahtzee, driving a buttoned-up, fully armored fighting vehicle up and down a fire lane trying to get the MG to malfunction, thus nullifying the fire lane. Illegal by Q&A Alpha 9.223. Must a fire lane attack be rolled even when the attack cannot get any result versus the moving enemy unit? Example, a buttoned-up, fully armored AFV or an attack which receives too many positive DRM. Alpha? Answer, no. Well, I'm kind of shocked that people may have attempted these items, and they went to the extent of a Q&A, but you can see how shocked I am. The CX-TI switcheroo, going CX and then switching on the last movement factor to make the unit TI and remove the CX status. Illegal by Q&A Alpha 4.51 are all 5 of the listed conditions in the penultimate sentence for removal of the CX counter other than if a unit breaks, only effective in the next player turn. Yes, J1, if you become TI while CX, you will only lose the CX status the next turn unless you break before that. Appendix B, non-rule related sleaze. Wow. That's what I really wanted to go over. Because let's put it this way. If you do know this set of sleaze, you'll become a better player. And if you are the type of player that does this, then do not ask me to play. If you don't like it, show me the rule sleaze. Oh God, I've been through that, man. Do I need to explain it? Anyway, these sad folks should seek professional help. The act of deliberately breaking the rules, figuring some of it will get past their opponent. Enough said. Misremembered SL rule sleaze. Oh, it was like that in Squad Leader. I may have committed that inadvertently because my memory in the process of switching from one game to the other, that may have happened. And I apologize if it did. Performing an action against the ASL rules, then attempting to cover up the violation by saying, I must be remembering an SL rule. Usually after making a show of leafing through the ASL rulebook. Maybe it was too obvious in that case. I have to admit, though, I may have been guilty of that, but not intentionally. My memory does fail me from time to time, as you can see before. Now, distraction sleaze, the practice of using loud music, annoying throat noises, tapping a pencil, inappropriate content in the game room. Luckily, I've never seen that happen. Too much free beer, gloating, berating, personal order, or flatulence. I don't even know what that is. Amorous leg humping dog, or physically assaulting your opponent to throw him off his game. I would add throwing the game board up in the air. Look the other way, sleaze. Failure to remind, inform an opponent when he forgets a rule or DRM that would be to his disadvantage, but a sign must be announced when either player notices it. Like I said before, memory does fail us, but at times I would go back and allow the player to take his hand checks if we overlook them. I think my players also do that as well. Credits. The original Black Book of Sleaze was written by Jack Jones and posted on the ASLML back on June 11th, 1998. Jack's revamped Black Book of Sleaze appeared in Pete Phillips' most excellent View from the Trenches, issue 20 in July 1998, and it's also on Game Squad, I believe. I'm going to show you that in a moment, or post it back down in the comments. Yeah, it was only after I secured Jack's Mind's permission that I published my updated Big Black Book of ASL Sleaze. I hope I'm not violating copyrights here. The document is up on the internet. Now let me bring you the comments that this video, the first video, generated on Facebook. I'm not sure if you can see this, but of course Carl Nogueira did comment, that's once not even sleaze. I stand on sleaze flag, false flag here. I get it. That was for the skulking, I believe. Yeah, I don't find skulking to be a sleaze at all. It's common sense. But anywho, Carl Nogueira, depends on how one defines sleaze. Now, don't it? Rule of thumb. If it spawns SSRs, it qualifies as true sleaze. And so far, I have not seen an SSR against against skulking. And I'm not going to highlight everything. Mark Nugerio, I love ASL, but recently read a gaming article, not related, was titled, "Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. I try to avoid tricky things, but then maybe that's why I usually lose." As far as I'm concerned, Mark Ruggiero is a winner in my books. Good luck to you, Mark. Hoping for all the best, buddy. Um, yeah. Um, Combat is about trickery, and ancient Greeks used trickery, hence the Trojan horse. Yeah. And here comes Carl chiming in. Yeah. Mark Ruggiero, on the contrary, if it's specifically allowed in the rules, you should and likely imbalance the scenario if you don't. Not much sense fighting with an arm voluntarily tied behind your back. There's nothing unethical about playing by the rules. And wrestling with Stu. Problem is, changing the rules is one way decision. We have to say, but most designers have built that into their scenario products. No mouth on radio, etc. Just one more thing to add to the list. I think that for every hex you enter in the fire lane, the 2 kill value goes up by 1, or that's that, or 2. That'll stop that bullshit, and we all know it's BS. In the It's like saying, well, he was going for a layup, so I undercut him in midair. Now he's crippled. Well, I did get a technical, which is part of the rules. A huge emphasis of scenario portraying historical conflicts accurately is in direct conflict with the rule set. When I read that someone is complaining that a division wasn't in that area, who cares? It's the game we are playing. That 458 is the same 458 in all other elite areas. Oh well, I didn't see that, but I shrugged to that. Haven't you people read the Big Back book? And this is the uh, blank link that I'm going to put in the description. Sleaze freeze is the mother of all sleazes. Well, there's a way of going around it. Correctly caps the name here. Respect. And Guillaume, usually sleaze tactics aren't so effective. Maybe. And something about a flamethrower tank going into a police freeze. Anyway, I'll drop it off there. Guys, take care and have a good one.